Next up, we got Geography Now, Germany. Now, I don't know what this is. A lot of y'all been commenting this video in my comments. Also, too, if you did not know, I do have a link in my description to fill out a form if you want to suggest me any videos. All right, it's in every single one of my videos in my description. So you can go scroll down and request a video like that. But also, too, if you don't want to do that, you can just comment in the comments. So I've been seeing a lot of comments about Geography Now, okay? And I don't know what it is, all right? Hopefully I can learn more about geography and learn more. I told y'all that we just made this channel, all right? It's literally right now, it's February 1st, 2026. I made this channel 2 weeks ago, okay? So right now, I just want to say thank you, all right? I have not even expected to get this much love and support on my videos. I just simply wanted to document me learning more about the world. You know what I'm saying? Hence the name Learn with CT. So, like I said, I want to say thank you to every single person. No matter if you watched, commented, like, it don't matter, okay? I appreciate every single one of y'all. Also, too, we have a big announcement. I have officially made a membership. Now, we have memberships on my channel, so if you want to support my channel, you can do super thanks. I think I have that on my channel as well. Super thanks and memberships. So you'll be able to see all these videos. You'll be able to see it early, okay? And you get other perks and stuff like that. So if you want to support my channel and support me and join the CT Kingdom, if you want to join the CT Kingdom, link in description and pinned comment. 15-minute video. Okay, it's gonna be a long one. Y'all get ready. Hit the like button, hit that sub button.
All right. Beer, bratwurst, order, bread and beer, complicated history beer, no humor, EDM, and gummy bears that will kind of like give you diarrhea, but it's like worth it. Ugh, those are such horrible stereotypes that every German is so sick and tired of hearing. Want a gummy bear?
Wait, gummy bears are made from Germany? Wait, huh? I ain't gonna lie, I do like. Wait, gummy beer? Gummy beer? Wait, what? Gummy? Oh, is this a gummy bear song? Okay. Where was the gummy bears made? Hidden mixture made by no. Where? Not how. Where? Wait. Wait a minute. I just thought about it. A gummy. Wait, are gummy bears? No, I'm thinking. I'm tripping. I'm talking about gummy beer. Cause I was about to say, if y'all like beer that much, maybe y'all did create it. Oh, it did, yeah. In Bonn, Germany. Wow. I can't lie. I definitely do like gummy bears. Okay, I didn't even know that.
Yeah, but it's like worth it. Ugh, those are such horrible stereotypes that every German is so sick and tired of hearing. Want a gummy bear?
It's time to learn geography.
Now! Hey everyone, I'm your host Barbie. So, we've conquered Belgium's castle, jumped through Denmark's lagoon, danced through France's forest, and now we've made it to the final boss of the EU, Kingpin Germany. Level 1, begin.
Okay.
Ah, you know why I'm smiling. Yep, Germany has a lot of territorial anomalies. We'll get into that in a little bit, but first, Germany is located in central Western Europe, bordered by 9 other countries. Don't forget little Luxembourg, with small coasts on the North and Baltic Seas, which they own about 50 small islands.
Wait, now, so is Germany the biggest country? No, Germany's definitely not the biggest country, because the biggest country is Russia. Yes! Y'all can't say I ain't been learning. We just started this channel 2 weeks. I already know who the biggest is. Okay, Russia is in Europe and Asia. That's how big it is. But I guess I was just talking about this right here. It looks like Germany is the biggest. Next, but it's kind of Poland a little bit. Poland's pretty big. I mean, I don't know.
Like the US, is a federal republic which has 16 smaller states, or Bundesländer, each with its own constitution, 3 of which are cities, the capital Berlin, Hamburg, and Bremen, which is actually kind of like 2 cities.
And also, too, I want to let you guys know, a lot of you guys was wanting to, a lot of you guys was wanting me to react to individual countries and individual states and stuff like that. I told y'all right now how I want to do this is I want to first react to everything that's broadly about Europe and stuff like that. Then once I've covered everything about Europe broadly, then I go into specifics and then just go down a rabbit hole like that. That's how I want to do it. Because if I just start off with specifics about things, I'm not gonna get the bigger picture, I feel like. Do y'all agree, or do y'all think I should? I don't know. Let me know in the comments. I don't know. But that's how I wanted to do this. So this is our first specific video, okay? Because we have seen a lot of Germany. So I was just reminded me that.
Each with its own constitution, 3 of which are cities, the capital Berlin, Hamburg, and Bremen, which is actually kind of like 2 cities, including Bremerhaven on the coast, but they kind of act like one entity. Fun side note, Lower Saxony is actually geographically situated further north than regular
Lower
Saxony.
Saxony?
Now let's jump into the fun stuff.
Wait, y'all got a city called Sex? Y'all got Lower Saxony?
Actually geographically situated further north.
Is Germany some freaks? Now, I did hear Germany had the cutest women. Let me know if that's true.
Than regular Saxony. Now let's jump into the fun stuff. Now, we already discussed the Jungholz Quadrupoint and the Vennbahn railway enclaves with Belgium and Austria. However, there's a few more. The entire town of Bussingen am Hochrhein is surrounded by Switzerland, whereas part of the Konstanz is cut off by the Rhine River and surrounded by Switzerland. However, immediately across the river, a small patch of empty land on the German side actually belongs to Switzerland. Finally, they split the island of Usedom with Poland in the north. Germany is interesting because every state in the country has its own distinct culture, dialect, history.
Wait, okay, so we gotta look at what all the states are in Germany. So we already talked about Lower Saxony. Okay, you got Hamburger, Bremen, Schulwig Holstein, McDonaldsburg, Western Pomerania. Okay, y'all got some. I ain't gonna lie, I've never seen some cities with so many words. Like, that's what I'm trying to figure out. Why is it so many words? Like, I guess our states are just one word. So, and then maybe 2. But y'all's is like 3 long words. You know? I've never seen that before. Brandenburg. Okay. Berlin. I think I've heard of Berlin before. Okay, you have another sex. Y'all have multiple sex. Okay. Oh, there's lower sex, middle sex, and upper sex. Okay. Thuringia, Bavaria, Baravioli. There we go. Baravioli. Baden, Württemberg. Okay. See, I'm understanding now. See, you guys love the word berg. I don't know what berg means in Germany or Europe. Actually, Germany might have its own. Oh, yeah, you can speak German, right? So Germany has its own language as well. So berg might mean something specific in Germany. Okay? In German. So I think the word berg, I don't know what berg means in Germany. Hesse, Rhineland, Palestine, Saharaland, North Rhino, West Philadelphia. Okay.
Food traditions.
All right. We seeing something.
Belongs to Switzerland. Finally, they split the island of Usedom with Poland in the north. Germany is interesting because every state in the country has its own distinct culture, dialect, history, food, traditions. I mean, Bavarians will be quite drastically different from Schleswig-Holsteiners. Mecklenburg-Vorpommern will be different from Saarland. This all has to do with ancient and recent history. Basically, in the quickest way I can summarize this, Germanic tribes, Roman wars, Charlemagne, 3 kingdoms. This guy marries an Italian, creating a whole new mess called the Holy Roman Empire, made up of 300 smaller separate kingdoms, states, and dukedoms, which had nothing to do with Romans. Teutonic Knights, Brandenburgs became Prussia, Habsburgs became Austrians, Lithuanians and Poles made their own thing, whereas the Hungarians joined the Austrians. Wars, battles, Napoleon comes over and messes everything up, and finally, German
So who is Napoleon? I've heard of that word, that person before. Napoleon. So this is where all these famous people be coming from. Okay, I'm actually interested. How do you spell that? Napoleon?
Nationalism, Austrians, wars, battles, Napoleon comes.
Oh, N-A. Oh, it's N-A. N-A. Oh, okay. N-A. Oleon. Napoleon. Oh, yeah. Napoleon Bonaparte. There we go. Was a French general. Okay, here we go. because I've heard of this person a lot. So Napoleon, August 15th, 1769 to May 1821. Later known as regional name, Napoleon was the French general and statesman who rose to prominence during the French Revolution. See, like, a lot of you guys was telling me to react to the French Revolution, so I'm going to react to that as well. We got to learn what that is. Because I think I've heard, like I said, I've heard of these things, but I never did a deep dive. All I tried to do in school was keep my grades up so I can play sports. That's the only thing I cared about, was playing sports and trying to get to the league. If it wasn't that, I wasn't doing it. So, there you go. The French Revolution, I did not learn, okay? Did not learn. I tried to cheat everything, okay? Anyways, though. And led a series of military campaigns across Europe during the French Revolution. Oh, okay. What the yo, get out my face. And Napoleonic Wars from 17. Wait, so he had his own wars? The French Revolution and its wars? 1796 to 18. He led a French Republic, first consul, then ruled the French Empire. Oh, he was a ruler. Oh, now it makes sense. As Emperor of the French from 1804 to 1850, he briefly again in 15. Oh, so he kept ruling. He was the king of Italy. Oh, wow. Protector of the Confederation of Rhine. Oh, from 18 to 1813, mediator, Swiss Confederation, 1803. Wow. So he was ruling stuff, huh? They got a signature on here? What the? You can see his signature? Y'all get too advanced, bro. Who want to see his signature? Okay. And it obviously didn't have pictures, but this is what he looked like. So this is how life was back in the day. This is absolute. What? Denver, Colorado. Wait, why is it showing the USA? Wait. The 1803 Louisiana Purchase totaled 22,144 square kilometers, doubling the size of the United States. Wait, what? The 1803 Louisiana Purchase. What is that? They showing some other stuff. He got his own coin? What? Y'all, he got... Oh, he probably do got coins. Why wouldn't he? He ruled. Obviously. They love him. Okay, so 5 Francis. That's what that is. Okay. Okay, I'm actually enjoying this right now. So these are all paintings. So these is like the real. This is like really going to war. Europe in 1812. So it should be right here. Oh, so this is how it looked. Also, too, I do have a video of the history. I'm actually about to react to that next. Actually, the history of Europe. And, like, how y'all even got to that land and stuff like that. So, that was going to be next. And that's what I meant by, like, the broadness. Like, that's very broad. So, I can actually understand how y'all even started. And then go forward from there. Oh, so Portugal down there. Wow. Kingdom of Spain. Dang, Barcelona. Wow. Kingdom of Italy. Oh, this is sweet. I can't lie. Yo, this is sweet. Confederation of the Rhine, United Kingdom of Great Britain and Ireland. This is not even. This probably changed by now because this is 1812. Oh, it says the French Empire in 1804. This is the French Empire. Okay, French Territorial. Oh wow. Okay, all right. We getting somewhere, y'all. We getting somewhere, chat. Okay. Yeah, I like this. I told you it's going to be a long video. You about to sit down and learn.
Teutonic Knights, Brandenburgs became Prussia, Habsburgs became Austrians, Lithuanians and Poles made their own thing, whereas the Hungarians joined the Austrians. Wars, battles. Napoleon comes over and messes everything up, and finally, German nationalism surges, and in 1871, Otto von Bismarck creates the first proto-German unified state. And then they're all like, oh dang, we came late to this game. We gotta scramble for some colonies. And that's how all of these countries at one point spoke German. Oh, and also keep in mind, like 300 years before this, a German banking company obtained colonial rights to Venezuela for like 20 years. They were looking for the lost city of El Dorado. So technically, you can kind of say Germans colonized the Americas, but it wasn't like a nationalized conquest thing. Fast forward even more, and then you get World War I, the monarchy ends, Treaty of Versailles, they lose land, Nazis come in, World War II, Germany splits in two for about 40 years, and then finally, we get the Germany we have today. East Germany, consisting of these states, is today still quite different.
Wow, so Germany did have 2 wars. I mean, really, all of Europe had 2 wars, but Germany was in the middle. Like, they was in the middle. That's crazy. Okay, so it's all making sense. We just learned about the World Wars last video. Oversimplified. Y'all can go watch that video after y'all get done with this video. We actually just posted World War II Part 1. Okay, so that was just uploaded actually today. But y'all won't know it's today because y'all don't even know when this video coming out. So for when y'all see this video, whenever y'all see this, it's probably already been out for like 3 days. Anyways, though, y'all check that out. World War II Part 2 coming soon. But anyways, though, we did learn about this. So I just had to make that connection because I forgot. Like, yeah.
Conquest.
Germany was in the middle of both of them.
And then you get World War I, the monarchy ends, Treaty of Versailles, they lose land, Nazis come in, World War II, Germany splits in 2 for about 40 years, and then finally, we get the Germany we have today. East Germany, consisting of these states, is today still quite different from the rest of Germany as it was first occupied and influenced by the Soviet Union. They are generally not as well off economically as the rest of the country, as you can still see the blocky Soviet-style buildings sprawled throughout the regions. In fact, the city of Berlin was split in half, and the west side was actually an enclave of West Germany, only accessible by train and highway. You can even see from a satellite image the divide. East Berlin still uses the yellowish tinted sulfur vapor light bulbs, whereas the west still uses fluorescent and mercury arc white tinted light bulbs. That's crazy. Now the funny thing is, although Berlin is the largest city in Germany, the busiest airports are actually Frankfurt, Munich, Dusseldorf, with Berlin Tegel ranking at number 4. Otherwise, some top notable landmarks and spots would be the Brandenburg Gate, the Valhalla, Cologne Cathedral, the Ulminster Church, the tallest in the world, the Berlin Victory Column, and hundreds of castles all over. The most notable
this is where all the castles come from.
Neuschwanstein, the concept behind Disney's Cinderella castle.
We gonna watch a video on the castles coming soon. Let me know in the comments if y'all have any videos about Germany castles. Let me know.
Germany also has over 400 zoos, more than any other country in the world.
More zoos? Oh. Now think about it. What animals are in Germany? That's a great question. That is a great question. There's probably a video on that too. What animals? So you probably see animals I would never even think of seeing in Germany. I already know it. What animals in Germany? Germany geography supports rich wildlife, including forest dwellers like wolves, deer, wild boar, foxes, bears, squirrels. Oh, wait, it's kind of like the same things. It's not nothing too crazy. I'm pretty sure USA gets wolves, deer. We definitely have deer. Wild boar. I think we have wild boar, if I'm not mistaken. We might not have that. I don't know if we have foxes either. I don't know if foxes are in USA. We definitely have bears. We definitely have squirrels. So if we have foxes and wild boars, then we basically have all the same things in common. So okay. I wonder if it's any country or something like that you see like exotic animals. And what even is an exotic animal?
Germany also over
what animals are exotic? It's very hard to see.
And hundreds of castles all over. The most notable one probably being Neuschwanstein, the concept behind Disney's Cinderella castle. Germany also has over 400 zoos, more than any other country in the world. And of course, everybody knows about the autobahn, the highway system in which if you see this sign, it means there's no speed limit. And it's like that for a huge portion of the roadway. And no wonder, considering how vast and wide those cultivated countrysides can get. Time for level 2.
Wait, what? Y'all got no speed limit? Y'all can drive as fast as y'all want to?
Over 400.
Wait, whoa, we gotta look at that. Hold the phone. Hold the phones. Autobahn. What is that? Is massive federal limited access? So okay, so this is how we gonna get specific, y'all. All the stuff he naming, we gonna react to. This is another video right here. Massive federal limited access highway system spanning. Oh, it's a big highway?
Delightfully smooth coffee.
It's a big highway. Oh shit.
Audi, BMW, Mercedes-Benz, Porsche. These cars have made Germany famous for automotive engineering, and they are fast and powerful enough for these equally famous German roads, which are unlike any other in the world. The Autobahn, a national highway system with no top speed limit. If you love cars, chances are driving the Autobahn...
Wait a minute, then you think about it, Europe be making all the fast cars. That's why. Hold on, let's look up what Germany cars. Germany made cars. Yeah, Germany brands. There you go. Audi. What? Are you serious? Benz? All the luxury bands in freaking Germany? Audi, Benz, BMW, Volkswagen, Porsche? What? Y'all have all of them? So that's why when in America you say, yeah, I'm driving a foreign. That's what it means. Like, I'm literally driving a foreign. See, I be thinking, like, do people say that I'm driving a foreign, meaning that they're driving a luxury car. Like, foreign means luxury, basically. That's why I associated them two. Because, you know, obviously the foreign cars be luxury cars, too, on top of that. So, that's like the correlation I made. Anyways, though, I cannot believe this. I did not know that. Bro, this is crazy, bro. Okay, we're going to check this video out another time. Wow. Oh, my God.
Country and concept behind Disney's Cinderella Castle. Germany also has over 400 zoos, more than any other country in the world. And of course, everybody knows about the autobahn, the highway system in which if you see this sign, it means there's no speed limit. And it's like that for a huge portion of the roadway. And no wonder, considering how vast and wide those cultivated countrysides can get. Time for level 2.
You got levels?
Okay, think of it this way. In Germany, the more down you go, the more up you move. Basically, Germany lies on the Atlantic shelf in the north that starts with the mudflats in the North Sea. Seriously, this island right here is accessible only for a few hours by foot until the tide comes and floods everything. Then everything just kind of creeps up into the Alps in the south by Bavaria and Baden-Württemberg, with the highest mountain, Zugspitze, located right along the border with Austria. Kind of like France, Germany is filled with a vast irrigating network of rivers like the Spree, Elbe, Weser, Rhine, and of course, the mighty Danube that starts here. About a third of the land is arable and another third is woodland, and after millennia of civilization, Germans have cultivated the crap out of their country. Most agriculture, of course, happens in the North Flat Plains and the central regions of the country, which is, by the way, kind of like Europe's Tornado Alley. Due to its position sandwiched between the Arctic blasts of Scandinavia and the moist, warm jet streams of the Mediterranean below, Germany can be an atmospheric war zone in the
So let me know in the comments, if you live in Germany, how common are tornadoes? I'm not even gonna say them. I'm not even gonna put it in there. But let me know in the comments though. Have you ever experienced a tornado? Let me know.
There are more tornadoes on average in Germany than any other country in Europe. Speaking of flat farmland, Germany is the world's largest rye and hop producer. Germans abso-freaking-lutely love their bread. There are over 300 different kinds of bread in the country, more types than any other country in the world, and almost every meal incorporates some kind of slice or small bun or Brötchen of bread. Hast du gluten-free? Nein! Germans are heavy meat eaters, specifically in pork. They basically know every possible way to cook a pig. Over 50 different types of sausage exist alongside schnitzels, rouladen, sauerbraten, Schweinsachse, and at a big party you might find Spanferkel. Beer reigns supreme all over as the third largest consumers of beer after the Czech Republic. Even their president has no problem with public intoxication. And Germany is world renowned for their beer, which by the way follows the Reinheitsgebot rule in which they are only allowed to use water, hops, malt, and sometimes yeast. Nonetheless, about 1,300 breweries exist, pumping out over 5,000 brands. The oldest continuously existing brewery in the world, started by Benedictine monks in 1040 AD, can be found here. Germany takes the environment very seriously and for the past 2 decades has been going on a major green revolution. As of today, they have the largest installed solar power capacity, and green infrastructure practices like home installed turbines and solar panels have seen a huge surge in the past 10 years. Forests dominate the southern regions where the landscape gets hillier and mountainous, the most famous one being the Black Forest or the Schwarzwald in Baden-Württemberg. Deer, bears, boar, foxes, badgers, and the national animal, the eagle, can be found thriving in these parts. Nonetheless, economically, Germany is known mostly for their exceptional engineering and industry production. Companies we've all heard of like Volkswagen, BMW, Mercedes, Benz, Porsche, Audi, Telecom, Nivea, DHL, Bosch,
Adidas,
Puma, Adidas, Puma! Yeah, it's kind of like the whole Biscoito Bolacha thing from Brazil. Remember? Well, we have mudflats, tornadoes, pork, beer, mountains. All that's missing is people. Level 3.
Okay.
Fun little side note, in Germany, this is 3, not this. Now, if the EU was a family, Germany would kind of be like the dad who got out of rehab, reconciled with his wife and kids, and is taking his new life very seriously as he is haunted by the demons of his past every day. First of all, the country has about 82 million people and is the most populated in the EU, second most in Europe after Russia.
So, okay, see, told you, I knew it was I knew it.
82 million people and is the most populated in the EU, second
Europe after, obviously after Russia, thank you. fourth larger in the world. See? I knew I wasn't
After
tripping.
Russia, the country
Okay.
has about 82 million people and is the most populated in the EU, second most in Europe after Russia, and has the fourth largest nominal GDP in the world. About 80% of the country identifies as ethnically German, 12% other Europeans, mostly Polish, Italian, Dutch, and so on. Turks make up about 3.5%, Asians at 2%, and the rest are made up of other groups like Africans and Americans. Also, they use the euro, they use the C and F type outlets, and they drive on the right side of the road. Germany is without a doubt a global powerhouse. It is the strongest economy in the EU and makes up about 16% of the union's population. It's the third largest exporter and importer of goods in the world. After the United States, Germany is also the second most popular global migration destination. Germany experiences a high...
Now, if I ever, God willing, if I ever be able to move out of USA and get a house in Germany, I can. That's where I'm going to go, is Germany. They say this is the number one place to go.
And importer of goods in the world. After the United States, Germany is also the second most popular global migration destination.
Global migration. People literally migrate here. Okay.
Goods in the world. After the United States, Germany is also the second most popular global migration destination. Germany experiences a high standard of living, tuition-free universities, if you get accepted that is, a mostly government-subsidized universal healthcare system, about a quarter is still privatized, and state pension for retirement at age 65. Now when it comes to language, things get a little tricky. Each state kind of has their own type of German. However, to get by, most Germans learn how to speak Hochdeutsch, or High German, which is the standard dialect. The European Charter, however, protects the minority languages of Frisian, Danish, Romani, Sorbian, which is like a Slavic-based language used along the Czech-Polish border, and Plattdeutsch, or Low German, which has similarities to Dutch and is typically used by the Amish and Mennonite communities across the world. In terms of regional distinctions, though, Germany is kind of divided into 5 cultural areas: Rhineland, East and Middle Deutschland, Norddeutschland, Baden-Württemberg, and Bavaria. Rhineland is on the west side and has a culture somewhat more influenced by France, more Catholics, Carnival celebrations are huge out here. East and Middle Germany was the part that used to be its own country for 40 years as it was influenced by the Soviets. Sorbians can also be found here too. Northern Germany has a coastal sea culture that identifies closer with Denmark and the Netherlands. They are also known for being kind of quiet and reserved. Baden-Württemberg has an interesting Swabian culture where they speak a dialect so thick that only about 40% of it is intelligible to other Germans. And then you have Bavaria, which is where the Americanized, perpetuated stereotypes about Germany came from, with lederhosen, dirndls, half-timber, beer houses, and cuckoo clocks. For the record, Germans are sick of those stereotypes. It's like saying all Americans are cowboys with guns and horses. Speaking of stereotypes, some of the stereotypes in Germany include things like Saxons being very indecisive, Berliners are always bragging about themselves, Swabians are stingy, Bavarians drink too much, Hessians talk too much, Holsteiners don't talk enough, and so on. Words differ from regions too. For example, in High German, you would say Auf Wiedersehen, but in Bavarian, you would say Fiat die Gott. In Kölsch, you would
now, you know it'll be crazy, right? If I learn German on this channel. Hey, let me know if I'm cooking, chat. If I learn German on this channel, dumb American tries to learn German. Great video. Great video. Nobody steal my video idea.
High German, you would say Auf Wiedersehen, but in Bavarian, you would say Fiat die Gott. In Kölsch, you would say Tschüss, and in Rhineland, you might say Ajus. And there's so many compound words that get really long and complicated, like Rindfleisch, Etikettierungsüberwachungsaufgaben, Übertragungsgesetz. This is because many words are mehrtugig, or ambiguous words, that are kind of elongated to give off an extensive meaning. Germans have very vivid imaginations and make up words for everything. Like my favorite word, Backpfeifengesicht. Not this time. By the way, for the record, this letter makes a double S sound. However, spelling reformers have tried to decrease the usage of this letter in recent years, which has led to some protests.
Let's see if we can, hold on. Let's see if we can do it right now. How to speak German for beginners. What, can I put Americans in there? Let's see. They got a German school system. Okay, let's watch this video.
Want to speak real German from your first lesson? Sign up for your free lifetime account at GermanPod101.com.
Here we go. Here we go.
Welcome to GermanPod101.
Y'all ain't expect this. Hey, look. Y'all ain't expect this when clicking on this video, did y'all? No. That's why you watch me. Okay? Because you get one video, then we might turn into something else. Now I'm learning German. Who do y'all know on YouTube doing this right now? Let's go.
Deutsch
Come on.
in 3 Minuten. The fastest, easiest and most fun way to learn German.
Here we go.
Hallo, ich heiße Laura. Sehr erfreut. Hi, I'm Laura. Nice to meet you. In this series, we're going to learn basic German expressions.
Okay.
It's super easy and it only takes 3 minutes.
Here we go.
In this lesson, we are going to learn how to introduce ourselves in German.
All right.
We'll start speaking right away, but first, it's important to clarify that in German there is a difference between the formal and the informal language.
Obviously.
Let's first see how German people introduce themselves in an informal situation.
Okay.
Hallo, ich heiße Laura. Schön, dich kennenzulernen.
Dick
Hi,
Kennison.
I'm Laura. Nice to meet you. Hallo.
This is what I'm talking about. Why did y'all have to say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 words to say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Wait. Okay, never mind. Wait. Did I write it right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. That's awkward. Okay. That's awkward. Never mind. Okay, y'all got me.
Hallo.
Never mind.
Hi, I'm Laura. Nice to meet you. Hallo, ich heiße Laura. Schön, dich kennenzulernen.
What the
Start
what?
by saying Hallo, ich heiße, then
Hallo, ich heiße. Yeah. Hallo, ich heiße. Hallo, ich heiße. Hello, hi-hee-ha. Hello, hi-hee-ha. Yeah, I'm finna start. That's how these mumble rappers be rapping. Nah, think about it. They be saying words like this. Hello, hi-hee-ha. Hello, hi-hee-ha. Hello, hi-hee-ha. Hello, hi-hee-ha.
zu lernen. Start by saying Hallo, ich heiße.
Oh, I didn't
then
even say. Oh, I'm saying it. So, okay, never mind. I thought I was saying it right. I thought I was sweet. Never mind.
lernen.
Okay.
Start by saying Hallo, ich heiße.
Hello,
then
he heiße. Heiße. It's heiße. Yeah, okay.
lernen.
Hello, he heiße.
Start by saying Hallo, ich heiße.
He heiße.
Then say your name. Hallo,
Hello,
ich
he heiße. CT.
heiße Laura. Finally say Schön, dich kennenzulernen.
What?
Hallo, ich heiße Laura.
He
Finally
heiße
say
la. Hello, he heiße. Hello, he. Hello, he heiße CT. There we go.
Schön, dich kennenzulernen.
Schön, die kennenzulernen.
Hallo, ich heiße Laura. Finally say Schön, dich kennenzulernen.
Su die kennenzulernen. Su die kennenzulernen. Su die kennenzulernen. Hallo, he heiße CT. Schön, die kennenzulernen.
Hallo.
I'm a goat.
Dich kennenzulernen. And now,
Did I do it right? Let me know if I did it
let's see
right.
the same sentence in formal speech.
Oh.
Guten Tag, ich heiße Laura Meyer. Schön, Sie kennenzulernen. Good day, I'm Laura Meyer. Nice to meet you. Guten Tag, ich
Guten Tag.
heiße Laura Meyer. Schön, Sie kennenzulernen.
Bro.
Germans also love dubbing everything from foreign media in recent years, which has led to some protests. Germans also love dubbing everything from foreign media into German. Some like this, some don't, but either way, it's here to stay. About 60% of the country identifies at least nominally
Also, too, we are going to watch Germany news.
as Christian.
You watch
Either
Germany
way, it's
news.
here to stay. About 60% of the country identifies at least nominally as Christians, split between Protestants and Catholics. Germany was even the birthplace of the Protestant Reformation, split from the Catholic Church by Martin Luther. Otherwise, the rest are mostly agnostic or irreligious, with a noticeable community of Muslims, mostly from the huge Turkish and Middle Eastern communities, at about 5%, as well as a few Jews, Buddhists, and Hindus rounding up the remainder 1%. To kind of get a feel of what it's like to be German, you kind of have to understand where they've come from. After World War II, they kind of had a lot of work to do. do. However, it wasn't until the mid-50s and early 60s that the Wirtschaftswunder, or economic wonder, happened, to which almost everybody got to work. Basically, this guy envisioned and implemented a social market economy combined with free market capitalism alongside socialist policies that established fair competition in a welfare state. GDP increased by 80%, investments by 120%, labor forces were utilized to the maximum, things started to get better. In Germany, all children are corralled into general public schools until age 10, when they are given the option to enroll in 3 different types of middle schools. Gymnasium, geared towards focusing on higher linguistic, mathematic, and science fields for universities. Realschule, a middle ground type of school. And Hauptschule, a school that is geared towards helping kids that seem to show promise in specific vocation or trades. Germany also has the largest music market.
There we go. There we go. Okay. So you mean to tell me that you can choose at 10 years old, you can choose what school you want to go to at 10. And we already see about the Denmark forest kindergartens. The Denmark forest kindergartens. They be outside in the forest in kindergarten learning about them skills. Okay? Then some people might show promise in arts and craft. Some people might show promise in, being able to count these things. Then you be like, okay, now you know what school you're going to go to. Just like that. Instead of in USA, okay, no, you're going to learn the same curriculum. You don't get to choose anything. You're going to work for us. That's what you're going to do. You don't get to choose. Only time you choose is in college. And it don't even matter what you choose in college because you're still going to work for us.
In the EU and the 3rd in the world after the US and Japan. They love preserving their heritage and culture through music and art. In fact, there are around 130 national orchestras, mostly supported by public money, and artists get a 50% reduction in health insurance through a special type of offer in the legal system. One thing that still kind of supposedly maintains itself in Germany is the mindset of Vergangenheitsbewältigung. Totally butchered that, which kind of translates to a lingering sense of guilt from the past. Germans have reportedly some of the lowest levels of national pride, and unless if you're at a soccer game, chances are you will almost never see anyone holding a German flag or waving it in any kind of patriotic setting. It's weird, but it's kind of how things are.
You monster!
They've made great strides to move on from the past. Nazi flags and Mein Kampf are incredibly illegal items to own in Germany, and they even have a rule, the Volksverhetzung, which basically says you cannot talk trash by denying the past atrocities.
So I've definitely heard of that. That's why we gotta watch the video on freaking Hitler, bro. Nazis. We definitely know this is a sensitive topic. Greatest German was a German state between 1933 and 1940. It was a state when Hitler and the party controlled the country, transforming it into a dictatorship. Oh, wow. Okay, so this is probably what I'm going to see in World War II. That's probably the part 2 I'm going to see is this. Meaning Third Reich or Third Empire referred to the claim Nazi Germany was the successor in the Holy Roman Empire. Empire Third Reich, which Nazi referred to as the Thousand Reich, enrolled in 1945 after 12 years when Allies defeated Germany and entered capital Berlin, ending World War II in Europe. So this is the end. I knew it. Okay, we got to learn about that in the other video, but all right.
People say this infringes on free speech, others say it's good because it solidifies truth. Otherwise, some notable Germans throughout history include Charlemagne, although he was a Frank, but I guess it kind of counts. Albrecht, Dürer, David Friedrich, Gutenberg, Bach, Beethoven, Karl Benz, Albert Einstein, although Americans would like to claim that he moved to the US and became an American. Johannes Kepler,
Albert
Johann
Einstein.
Wolfgang von Goethe,
That sound German. Albert Einstein. He got a USA name and a German name, so he's really from Germany. Einstein. That is a German name. Now that I know German, that's definitely a German name.
Gutenberg, Bach, Beethoven, Karl Benz, Albert Einstein, although Americans would like to claim that he moved to the US and became an American. Johannes Kepler, Johann Wolfgang von Goethe, Friedrich Schiller, Michael Schumacher, Alex von Humboldt, and of course Karl Marx and Friedrich Engels co-founded Marxism. But one thing Germans do best would have to be diplomacy. To this day, the German passport holds the most visa-free nations out of any other country in the world, just beating Sweden. Therefore, you can kind of conclude that Germany kind of knows how to relate to people. Let's find out how in the final round, level 4. Germany Germany knows how to make friends. They have over 220 diplomatic missions abroad and over 350 honorary consuls and have an incredibly high position of authority in the EU. Their closest African friend would probably be Namibia. As a former German colony way back in the 19th century, Namibia held on relations, and to this day, German is still a recognized language in Namibia. Germans have been supporting and sharing ties both economically and ideologically for over a century. India and South Korea are really close friends in Asia. India supported both East and West Germany during the Cold War, and after reunification, they were like, woohoo, even better! And Germany is to South Korea what Japan is to France. They love to piggyback off of each other's ideas and cultures, especially in the automotive industry. Many South Koreans were sent to Germany after the Korean War to work abroad and study, and Germans have been growing in fascination with visiting South Korea. The US is probably the closest ally outside of the EU. About 30% of Americans claim German heritage, and after World War II, the Marshall Plan allowed the US to give post-war aid to Germany, which helped kickstart the economic recovery. Germany was a key figure in the formation of the State of Israel after World War II, which after the Holocaust left an obligation to invest in the building up of a Jewish community. Turkey is probably the closest Middle Eastern ally, as the Turks make up the largest Asian demographic in Germany, although many of them may or may not also identify as Kurds. But since Kurds don't have a state of their own, they usually go under Turkish passports when immigrating and are documented as such. Their best friends, however, would probably be literally all their neighbors. The thing is, Germany is kind of like Bosnia and Herzegovina, in which by default they kind of get friends based off of the regional alliances. Bavarians get along with Austrians, Baden-Württembergs get along with Switzerland, East Germany has good relations with the Slavic countries, the Rhine states love Belgium, Luxembourg, and France, and the north side loves the Netherlands and Denmark. France, though, is kind of like the trophy wife of Germany, as the two have had an angry start but then eventually fell in love and worked together beautifully. France is like the beautiful, flashy spokesperson for the EU that stands in the spotlight as Germany stands in the background, managing all the money and logistical work. In conclusion, although Germanic peoples have existed for thousands of years, an actual unified German state didn't appear until kind of recently, and the brief time that they've been around, they've kind of gone through some of the most intense, world revolutionizing historical events possibly imagined. Yet, they've come out working hard and building their way up to become a world superpower. You gotta give it to them. There's something about the Germans. And with that, final boss level complete. Stay tuned. Another African state Germany has ties to, Ghana, is coming.
All right. Let me know in the comments if y'all want more of these videos. Hit that like button, hit that sub button. I love y'all. Oh yeah.